I've lost trust in English dentistry. And this was the reason why I looked into going to Turkey. Until 3 months ago, no one really knew that I wore dentures. No one. Because I kept it quiet.
Cool.
I started smoking a bit more and da-da-da-da-da.
It's
like
life.
now, a year down the line, I'm 4 weeks clean. My mum, at the minute, she's never been so proud of me ever in my lifetime.
Mate, your mum would know better than anyone else what you're actually capable of. I've been following your story, right?
Right.
And obviously I know Nicola and she's told me stuff and all that stuff. For 26 years of my life, it's been about you guys.
And I can see that instantly.
Because as a young man, complete, whole, 29 years of age, first time I ever did this, and a human being walking in and me hearing kind of human emotion and suffering that I'd never heard before.
I've lived a life, I tell you no lie, and this wasn't about my teeth. This was about me kicking my old habits to a side and living my last chapter for my 2 boys as well.
Yeah.
My last 30 years, if I make 80 years old, I'm 50 in 2 years' time.
Right.
So if I make 80, that's 30 years. I want to change my last chapter to how I want it to be now. Like, do you know what I mean? All the smoking, all the drugs, maybe not so much the alcohol. Like, I'm not a big drinker myself. We all have a drink every now and again, but more so the smoking, and I'm going to be honest with it.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, you see.
Yeah.
This is part.
I'm not ashamed to admit it.
No. Listen.
No.
Listen. We've all lived a life.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Don't look at me like I'm.
I'm not ashamed to admit it. Yeah,
I'm not
no.
a saint. You know, none of us here are. You know what I mean? The truth of the matter is, and that was what was fascinating to me. So I dealt with this human being 26 years ago, and I was dealing with her raw emotion. Okay, and I went home that night, and I was really bothered that I needed to do something for her. Not so much to fix her teeth, but to give her life back. That was the only way I could explain it, because she'd just given up on herself. That was the thing I left with.
I wouldn't say I'd given up on myself, but I did want to kick that habit.
I agree with you. I understand. But this particular person, I could feel it, that she'd just given up on herself. This is 26 years ago. And I had to look for a way to solve her because she didn't fit into the box that we had at the time.
Right.
So then I called her back a week later and I said, look, I'm going to have to do things that have never been done before.
Sorry.
Right? So I can't tell you with any certainty it's going to work, but I can tell you as it stands right now, we've literally got nothing to lose. It's not going to kill you, right? That's for definite. That I've worked out. It's not going to kill you, but I have to do this. So anyway, I fixed her, and I just remember seeing her 12 months later. It was like I was dealing with a whole new human being.
Like, if you would have seen me this time last year, like, I just split up with my girlfriend 3 weeks before my boy's 13th birthday. And then on the day of my boy's 13th birthday, I made contact with 21D and I spoke to Nicola. But I wasn't quite ready back then.
Yeah.
This was only July, and I'll be honest with you, because I split up from my relationship, I started smoking a bit more, and
It's
like
life.
now, a year down the line, I'm 4 weeks clean.
Yeah.
And for me, my family, even I've just come back from Spain. Just Tuesday I come back. I've been over in Mallorca for the last 10 days. Yeah. And even my friends over there are like, well done, Tone.
Yeah.
And they could see how happy I was, because I was over there again last year in August. And again, it was a bit of a mad one.
Yeah.
A bit of and smoking.
Yeah.
But this trip, just 10 days ago, it was
Different.
It was different, so much
But
different. I've got
different.
some amazing pictures on my phone, and I was tracing back to the pictures from last year.
I saw your
and
post
I can
yesterday.
I can even see, I can even see the difference. Like, do you know what I mean? And I've got my friend over there. I stayed in his house, and then we went out for a big with his family on the Sunday, just last Sunday. And even they was like, "Wow, Zone, look at you."
Yeah.
Just look at you.
But it's also what you're radiating, and I can see it from here. You're incredibly positive now. You're very optimistic now.
As I said, my last chapter, I want to live to my best ability. And having fixed teeth, like I used to have a full denture for 3 years, and it drove me insane. I couldn't go out and eat with my friends and family. I couldn't sleep with a thing in. So even having a shave, my top lip was collapsed in, like, do you know what I mean? But now, I had a nice shave this morning. The top lip's solid.
Solid. Everything's as it should be.
I've got I used to love a smile, don't get me wrong. I used to love a smile until I had them dentures.
Yeah, of course.
And now, I've got it back, like, do you know what I mean? No thanks to your solution.
Hey, listen, I'm the guy that thinks this stuff up, but it's that lot that actually go and do it for me, which I'm over. I mean, I'm a lucky guy.
Just everything, like even watching all your videos with your staff you've done, and
yeah. Hey, listen,
there's so many. I've met so many as well. Like they're all mind blowing.
The real stars of this, and they're all busy hiding behind the curtain.
I watched your video with Nicola. Just last week when I was over in Spain, and it brought a tear to my eye. I'm not going to lie.
Well, you know the girl
tears
now,
of joy.
You know this girl. You know how
she was
caring
my first point of contact. Like when I phoned 21D and she picked up the phone, I think I said to her, "I'm on the verge of going to Turkey, Nicola."
Yeah. And
she said to me, "Don't do it, son. Don't do it. Don't book that flight, please." And I said to her, "Give me a bit of time." As I just said to you, I wasn't quite ready back then.
Yeah.
And then when it struck New Year's 2025, I said to myself, "This is the year, son, that I get my life back together."
I have to tell you this from my point of view, right? I understand the desperation of human beings where, and I have this debate with my colleagues in this country all the time. So they go to me, why are people going abroad to have treatment done? I said, well, because you're charging 35 grand. And that's just not realistic. And you're not giving people a straight answer. And you're hiding behind all kinds of rubbish. If I were to have
gone to Harley Street.
Okay, that's outrageous. That's not real life, is it?
Yeah.
Right? And it's our job to find ways. Okay, we work to a much higher regulatory level than they do in Turkey. And I can tell you, I've met a lot of Turkish clinicians. They're not all shit. Some of them are really, really good. But I know. My question is, how does a patient know?
I was that close, DJ. Yeah. Honestly, I was that close.
But even more profound than that, I can tell you that there are, on last known count, 3.5 million registered dentists in the world, okay? But there is over 1 billion people right now on Earth who are living with advanced gum disease right now, over 1 billion.
Right.
And then there's another nearly 400 million people who have no teeth at all. So that's 1.4 billion
I was in that statistic once upon a time, yeah.
Sorry?
I was in that statistic once upon a time.
Right, so it's not like any of us are short of work, but if you're going to do it properly, do it once and never do it again. That's my rule. Like
with them, just tapping my implants, just literally half an hour ago. Do you know the weight it took? My mind was right. Like honestly, I thought one of my implants at the top here, my top left, was giving me jib.
It's the thing that fascinates me.
With him just tapping
it, and you hearing that sound, you go, oh, okay, right?
Solid. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, but I'll share this with everybody today, so you know, right? So we do audits here, okay? So one of my clinicians here, I just did his audit with him. So Jason did, I think, 3,200 odd implants in 12 months, right?
What a guy.
What a guy. What a guy. Again, even he didn't realize how many he'd actually done. And I said, okay, we don't really count them in here, but what we do is we pay attention to audit.
Right.
In that entire 3,200 in 1 year, he lost 7 implants, one in 7 different people, but all of them stayed in fixed teeth for enough time for us to literally put another one back in if we needed to. Right. And it took no longer than 2 minutes to do because everything was already prepped.
I met Stratos at the surgical hub.
Yeah.
And I sort of see Isabella on my day of surgery on the 4th of July, but they didn't work on me. Do you know what I mean? I've had one guy work on me, and that guy, Jay, what a guy, what a surgeon. Okay,
these guys, right, they only do this and nothing else, day in, day out. So it's almost like for them, it's like the most normal thing in the world.
Well, it's like me putting up a scaffold, yeah.
You know
That's
what I mean,
do every
right?
day of
If
my
you were
life,
putting
yeah.
up scaffolding and plastering and hanging up blinds and this and that and the other, you wouldn't be an expert scaffolder, would you?
Yeah.
Right, it's the same in our world.
Oh, what a guy, honestly.
Because that's all he does.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he says mad things to me. All of them come and say mad things to me. Vij, I'm bored. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Bored?
Bored
Of
because
what?
it's become so predictable and so routine.
Yeah.
I said, what do you want? You want someone to walk in here with 3 heads? What are you looking for? I'm curious because I want to understand what you mean by... He goes, no, I'm not complaining, right? But it's so predictable, Vijay. I said, you should be bloody thankful.
Yeah, no, obviously.
You should be so thankful
Yeah, yeah.
that you can confidently do this correction for a human being and just know
It's
that
gonna
you've
work.
got a 99.8% chance that
Yeah.
it's just going to land, bang, first time, every time.
Like today, a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Another weight has been lifted off my shoulders, honestly.
Yeah, but for us, right, and we understand, for every single one of you, it's an individual, unique journey, and you're all worried that you're going to be the one. For us, we're looking at big picture stats, and the chances are almost zero.
Like as I said, I thought one of my implants hadn't.
I looked at your
Because
scan, mate. No
Just
chance.
literally, I've come back from a holiday Tuesday evening,
Yeah.
and I charged up my sonic toothbrush and the water flosser Wednesday, and then I used them Wednesday evening, and my top prosthetic just become loose.
Okay. It's a screw connection.
Yeah.
Okay. The problem with implant mechanisms is you all have to understand this, right? Unlike teeth, your prosthetics have no nerve endings, so you actually haven't got a clue what you're doing with them. And the safety valve is that screw.
Yeah, but as I said, I used the flosser and the toothbrush Wednesday evening, and my heart skipped a beat.
Hey.
Like, how the hell has this thing become loose? And then the drive up yesterday,
Yeah.
I was driving and I was messaging Nicola, can you guys
Not
get...
good.
Can,
That's not legal, by the way. But go on.
All right, can you get me in? Because they was reassuring me on Wednesday evening that it's just a 5-minute fix to tighten them back up.
Because we know.
But then, as I said, driving up yesterday, my head was doing 10 to the dozen, and I thought, I want to get these tightened up to like today, meaning yesterday.
Yeah.
And she got me in. She had an appointment for
It's 5
half
minutes.
past 3, she said to me, but I was stuck in a bit of traffic for the last 10 miles, and I was in and out of traffic, and I got here at 4:05 yesterday.
Yeah.
And they brought me straight in, Hamza
And they just went,
downstairs,
"That
took
bye."
the plug out, put the ratchet in, tightened them back up, and again, the weight off my shoulders just disappeared. Like, I'll tell you no lie, that 5-hour drive yesterday was a nightmare.
I can believe it.
Yeah, I was so, like, I felt like I could have pushed the thing out.
Okay, I'm going to make some statements now for all of you, and I want you to know this. Number one, where we've set you is probably the healthiest you've all been for at least 30 years, and that's why I actually do my job. Okay?
I feel the healthiest I've been in a long time.
Right, okay. So people forget this, right? We've talked a lot, and it's all over the Facebook group, and I'm now... Okay, now that everybody understands what is possible, I want you all to understand what's been motivating me for 26 years. Your general health and well-being is more important to me than you'll understand, okay? There are some certain frightening stats that I'm going to be talking about more and more as we move forward. And it isn't to scare the shit out of people. It's just to make people aware of the real reason I do my job, right? So we know that human beings are creatures that degenerate over time. What doesn't help is when they have chronic inflammatory disease in their body. It just makes them much worse.
Yeah.
And these chronic inflammatory diseases just run through the bloodstream. So we know, and I've known for my entire practicing career, that there is a link between advanced periodontal disease in particular and heart disease and dementia. Okay? Now, the two biggest killers in Britain by a country mile
Dementia's
are
a
heart
horrible
disease and dementia.
Yeah, it's a horrible
right?
disease, yeah.
So the number of chronic inflammatory cases of advanced periodontal disease has gone up, and the number of people with heart disease and dementia has gone up.
Right.
So on the one hand, I'm giving you all your smiles back, which I'm so happy about because I think it's a basic human right. We as human beings have no other way to express our inner selves than with a smile.
Yeah.
We don't have any other way.
Yeah.
This is the way we do it. And because we're social creatures and because we interact with other people, it is a mandated requirement of being a human. It is absolutely critical that mechanism exists for all of us. Okay? But even more important to me as a medical person is your health and how long you're going to live a healthy life for. Because we're all going to degenerate.
No, obviously, yeah.
But if I can do anything that will improve the quality of the life before natural degeneration happens, so if I can get rid of chronic inflammation, if I can stop bugs entering your bloodstream, going to your heart and going to your brain, particularly from here, my area that I work in, I want it done.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hear this on the patient group a lot. Everybody goes, oh my God, I feel so much better. Well, that's not by chance. That's actually because I have removed a huge source of infection that was in your body.
Like when I had the surgery and it took it down to my jawbone.
Yeah.
I'm never ever going to forget the vibration of him smoothing out and getting rid of my disease.
We were cleaning.
Yeah.
That's why we were doing it.
That vibration will stick with me, like in a good way. Do you know what I mean? Because I knew this is Jason
cleaned out,
getting rid of what you've just spoke about. Like
and the worrying thing for me, the thing that always bothers me, is when we do this, how old the disease is, how long it's been sat there, how much of it must have entered the bloodstream over time. This isn't scaremongering. These are actual facts. You can chat GPT this. You can Google everything I'm telling you. And I'm going to be presenting more and more videos moving forward about the connection between good oral health and good general health. That's why we have Nitesh, the GP, who's joined us.
You just took him on board, right?
Yeah. That's why he's here.
You've done with him,
Because I want to get into monitoring all of your health long term. And I want to reassure you that what we've done in here is having a major positive effect on your general health and well-being, not just your smile.
I can feel it 4 weeks.
You can feel it,
I can feel it 4 weeks down the line, yeah.
How much more energy do you have?
So much more.
Right. None of this is by chance.
So much more, yeah.
I think the problem has been that connection hasn't been there. So I was having a discussion with Nitesh about this, right? So in the 60s in this country, whenever a patient went for a checkup with the dentist, the dentist would write a report to the GP to tell the GP that the patient is disease-free in the mouth. We don't do that anymore. The dentist doesn't talk to the GP and the GP doesn't talk to the dentist. And GPs, this is what they complain to me about quite regularly. And I'm going to do an interview with 2 GPs, Nitesh and one of our patients who is also a GP.
Right.
I'm going to interview them because a lot of their work is people coming in.
I think I know the patient who's the GP. Yeah.
So a lot of their patients are coming in every day with heavy symptoms of chronic inflammatory disease. But no one's going, is your mouth okay? Because that's the single biggest cause of chronic inflammatory disease in the body, because it's the most widespread chronic inflammatory disease on earth in the history of mankind, which is periodontal disease.
Right.
No one's making the connection. And should we be making the connection? Well, if we're interested in people staying healthier, you've got to get rid of all infection.
Yeah.
When you find it and you can deal with it, it's just got to go.
Yeah.
It's a bit like having a big boil on your leg, right?
Yeah.
And just leaving it.
No.
And then wondering why you feel a bit shit.
Right.
You understand?
Obviously, yeah.
Right, okay.
Just common knowledge, you know?
But it's exactly the same for us in here. So as much as I love the fact that we get to give you all your smiles back, the real difference for us is how much better you are, healthier, and happier, and healthy people are happy. That's the point. That's the point. That's the indication to me that not only have you got your great smile back, but you're working better. You're healthier.
Sorry to interrupt. Until 3 months ago, no one really knew that I wore dentures. No one, because I kept it quiet. And once they were in, they didn't look too bad. But I'd never spoken. Only my close friends and family knew. And then when I actually went for my FCA was when it came out about I was wearing dentures. And one of my friends, he went to Turkey to get his teeth done, and he was like, good on you for opening up. He said, I've not done it. I've not done it. And I didn't know that he went and had the solution done over in Turkey himself because he'd been that quiet about it.
Yeah.
But as I said, until I had that FCA, no one really knew about me and my dentures. Not. Yeah, I was ashamed.
You guys all, yeah, exactly.
I was ashamed,
that's the problem. It's ashamed, the self-loathing. It's people just going, oh my God, everyone's going to think I'm dirty or I don't take care of myself. It isn't, it's just the wrong way of to me, it's a disability, right? It's the same kind of disability as if you're missing a leg or you're sitting in a wheelchair. Nobody sits around judging people for that. Nobody sits around judging people who've got lung cancer from smoking. They just go, right, we just need to help them
no,
so they don't die a painful death. It's exactly the same.
I contacted Nicola, or even from 2025, when I said to myself, this is the year I'm getting my teeth done, me and my smoking rapidly deteriorated.
But that's the motivation, because you've got something to look forward to.
And then I had my FCA in March, and that got cancelled for whatever reason, and they put it back to a month later in April. And leading up to my first FCA, I was down to one a day. I was down to one a day, and then they cancelled, and I was like, oh, you're joking me. This is going to be me smoking for another month. Like, do you know what I mean? Still one a day. And then when the FCA did actually come, I was still on one a day, and then leading up to surgery, I was like, you've got to kick this. You've got to stop that one a day now, Tone. Now.
I'll tell you what I'm interested in, right? So you came for the assessment. You were bricking it. You walked in. You meet some total strangers for the first time ever, and you're thinking, oh my God, what the hell's going on here? Tell me how you felt after you left our building and got in the car. What was the difference between when you walked in and when you left?
I just knew that I'm going through with this solution.
How were you so sure within the period of that hour and a half?
Just everything. The technology that them taking scans, and as I said,
and just seeing it on the big screen. Watching
some of your videos online through the Facebook patient page and the pictures you were putting up on Instagram, I just instantly knew, like, Tone, you need to kick this habit. And that's what I've done. And then the 4th of July arrived.
I remember doing this maths for a patient once, right, who used to smoke. I think he smoked 20 fags a day, right? And he was going, oh, it's a lot of money, VJ. And I said, let me work out the maths of stopping the fags.
How much money I've saved.
Exactly right.
How much money I've actually saved.
Oh my God, I'm saving a fortune.
Yeah.
I said, mate, you take care of yourself properly, and I promise you I'll be digging you up 100 years from now and finding that exactly where I left it. Do you know how much money you'll save in the next 40 years of your life from not smoking?
In 2 or 3 years, these teeth are going to be paid for from me not smoking.
Right, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
If that's not motivation enough, I don't know what is. The other thing is, it's also interesting to me. So this other patient I had, and I do this because I just want to help people visualize the value to them. Right? I'm not selling you something that you need. Right? I don't need to sell you something that I know you need. Right? I know everybody on earth needs.
No, I don't think it was sold to me whatsoever.
Right. Well, we don't do that here.
It wasn't sold to me.
We just don't do that here.
No.
Right? And this other patient just she said, you know what? I really feel like I should leave this money for my grandkids rather than spend it on me. And I said, listen, love, if your grandkids were here, tell me what you think they'd say, because it's clear that you love them.
Yeah.
And it's clear that they love you. Do you think they'd say, Gran, stop being stupid? And also, let me help you contextualize it. How much do you think you spend on a meal every day?
Yeah.
And she went, oh, probably, I don't know, tenner. Right, okay, fine. You spend a tenner on every meal. So that's 30 quid a day. Let's pretend. Let's pretend that you ate half as good quality food, but you chewed it with fixed teeth for 3 meals a day.
I can't wait for the days, you know that. Honestly, I cannot wait for the day.
Listen. I don't know whether you've noticed.
At the minute, I'm missing my red meat. Do you know that I am?
I don't know whether you've noticed, right? But I've started shifting more and more people over straight to LTP.
Yeah, and then with that process, they can eat what they like.
If I say something out loud here,
I understand why I went to
people on the group
deprogrammers
are just going to jump all over me. I can't bypass human healing. However, with experience of working with patients for 25, 26 years, right? I know they all lie to me. That's fine. That's okay. But going straight to LTP means, in my view, if you want to eat a really decent steak at 6 weeks, you can. You don't have to live on a liquid diet straight to LTP.
For me, I'm on an 8-week turnaround with deprogrammers.
I know you are.
And that blew my mind as well. Like, even when he said your first appointment is today, the 1st of August, from the 4th of July to the 1st of August, it's gone like that.
Yeah. But even that, so we are biohacking every single patient. So we're looking at all their details. So we're not just looking at the bone quality and all that stuff. We're looking at the medical parameters, all of it. We're looking at the muscle forces. We're looking at all of it. And every single one of you is different. So we're effectively biohacking every single one of you. So we're almost tricking your body into nothing's happened, right? But then I've got the emotional side of you that's going, oh my God, everything's falling to bits. You know that one from yesterday? Oh, I'm sure the implants failed.
Right, that
doesn't help.
The last 24 hours, yeah. It was just a complete...
Yeah, but then all that does, Tony, is it ups your anxiety level, which are all bad hormones. We don't want any of them.
Well, as I said, that drive up yesterday was the worst drive.
Well, try another mantra. Unless they look me in the face and say it's fallen out of my head, it's fine.
Right.
You understand? Just try that.
Everyone advised me, it's common, like, they do become loose and da-da-da.
It's so rare that we lose an implant in here. It's beyond it. For the sheer volume that we do, last year between those three, I think it was 11,000 implants.
And then you've got these...
So they're the most...
What are they called?
Pterygoids.
Pterygoids.
Okay. So I started with the pterygoids in 2007,
right.
and everybody said I was clinically insane for doing them. Today, it's used globally everywhere. So I was just nuts in 2007 because I was the guy who started using them, right? Today, everybody uses them.
Even that just blew my mind. Like, if an implant doesn't take somewhere along the line...
You've got a spare over there. Just go bang there.
Yeah.
Okay, because you guys are going to live for decades. And I need to take care of you for decades. I need to account for every eventuality.
Said, with him banging 4 on the bottom and 4 on the top, I could feel and hear how solid they were. And again, the weight off of my shoulders has just evaporated.
Let me tell you how crazy some of the stuff I've heard is in my lifetime. So I had a patient who did a bungee jump into a swimming pool.
Right.
And they didn't get the length of the cord right. So she hit the water.
Right.
She went down to the bottom, and because they didn't get the tension in the cord right, she hit face first, bang, at the bottom of a pool from a 60-foot bungee jump. Smashed all the prosthetics, and she was, I don't know where she was.
Right, she had the solution fitted.
Upper and lower.
Right.
Yeah, upper and lower. Smashed it, right? She was in Malta or somewhere, just crying to me over the phone. I'm like, listen, girl, let me tell you something, right? Even that, I don't think has buggered everything up. Oh, I don't believe you. I said, obviously you don't believe me because you don't do this day in, day out. I do.
I see a comment on the patient group the other day, someone who's a kickboxer.
I know what people are going to do. They're just going to do mad shit. I know that.
Why the hell would you want to continue kickboxing once you've got these done?
Somebody was asking me for a sports guard because they want to do hockey. And I said, how many times have you been hit in the face? And he goes, oh, loads. I said, and you still want to do it, right? You've just spent 17 grand. You still want to, you want to do it that badly, right? Oh yeah, I can't stop my hockey. Okay, fine, all right. But this woman got on a plane from Malta. Literally, I said, you do not need to rush back if you don't need to. No, I'm coming back. I need to make sure. Obviously, yeah. Came all the way. She'd smashed all the prosthetics. And because it's titanium PMMA, the PMMA took all the shock and shattered. Right. The titanium was absolutely fine. The implants were absolutely fine. We just stuck new veneers on top, back to normal.
That was all it was?
That was it.
Okay, so the new veneers, yeah.
60-foot bungee jump into a swimming pool, face first, into the bottom. Come on.
Right, just needed new veneers.
Just switch, bang, bye.
So that's how good the solution is.
That's how good the engineering is. People just need to remember we have engineered in so many fail-safes for you.
Do you know what I've been saying to myself the last month? Trust in this solution, Tone.
You should trust
in this solution that everything is going to work.
You should trust the technology of implants that have been going now since 1962. It is now 2025. It
Right.
is 63 years old. You should also trust that this is the most researched subject by a factor of 10 in the history of dentistry ever.
Like for me, there's no other company
Okay.
abroad, here in England, just here alone, here in England.
We're not doing this. You know, these solutions, these workflows that I've worked on for 26 years. There's one thing that motivates me more than anything else. I've operated on you guys, right? And I'm there in my gown and everything, and you're there lying down, and I look down and I see your face. I see the fear in the eyes, right? And I know something about all of you. You don't want to be in that chair for 10 seconds longer than you should be. That's why I am permanently working on streamlining workflows, because if I can get you out of that chair 5 minutes sooner without any clinical compromise, that's what I'll be trying to do.
Like, as I said, I lost my top jaw 3 years ago, and the dentist ripped out about 13 or 14 teeth. And comparing it to Jason taking out the 11 teeth,
Night and day, right?
uncomparable. Like, I was in the dentist chair for, I don't know, maybe over an hour back in London when he was taking out my top jaw, and just the pain, and it was. But with Jason just taking out my bottom jaw 4 weeks ago, 11 teeth, they were gone in 10 minutes.
But it's like you with scaffolding, right? When you watch somebody who's done scaffolding 3 times a year compared to you, you sat there going, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Right, same thing for us. This is all we do, because we only do this day in, day out. For any of my clinicians to clear an entire jaw of teeth, 3 minutes. This is normal.
I was astounded, honestly. Even when, obviously, he started work on the top jaw, and where he didn't have to remove any teeth to begin with, I'm going to say after 50 minutes, he said to me, Jason said to me, Tone, your first implant's in. And I think he could see my reaction in that chair that day. I was like, "You are fucking joking me!" Like, no way.
No, this is
not even an hour in, and I was in at 10 o'clock and 10 to 11. I can remember it. I was looking at the clock. You got a clock right there. I was like, "No way! You've got my first implant in already."
The systems today, and especially with digital guidance, the use of artificial intelligence, and the quality of 3D printers and milling machines today, honestly, I hate to say this, and I know my clinicians are going to get annoyed if I say this, I could train a monkey how to do this, right? I know they're going to get annoyed with me for saying this, but honestly, that's my test in my head. So whenever I'm designing anything, I go, can a monkey do this without killing anyone? And if the answer is yes, it's good to go.
There you go.
You understand? We're doing it that way. Why? Because there's another human being on the other end.
Yeah.
There's another human being who is scared, who's anxious, and almost always, no, I'd say always, have come with the baggage of horrific experiences beforehand, which just, for us as a group, it doesn't make any sense to us to go, what do you mean it took an hour to take all your teeth out?
One of my first phrases to Nicola was, I've lost trust in English dentistry. And this was the reason why I looked into going to Turkey. But talking to her and then looking more into the actual company online and watching yourself through videos, I just thought, this is the company I'm going through with. Yeah. And it was never about the money. Like, my cheapest quote over in Turkey was 13.5 grand.
Yeah, sounds about right. So
an extra 3.5 grand
and
to get it done.
Britain.
Like, with what happened actually yesterday, just the very fact you could get in a car and go somewhere makes a difference. Yeah, a big difference, yeah.
I lecture in other countries, right? And I'll tell you what astounds me. So I hear this, what you said about I don't trust English dentists.
I've been
I understand
to check it out about implants, and they said to me, no, about you've got not enough bone and da-da-da-da-da.
I understand that, but I have to share this with you and everybody else. You guys need to know this, right? One of the astounding things when I lecture, right, when I go around lecturing, is they don't know me. They don't know who I am. They just know the country where I qualified. I've been on a lecture podium where they've had American dentists there. They've had dentists from all kinds of different countries. But without fail, every single time, when it's a British qualified clinician talking, the auditorium's full. So I was curious. So I asked, when I was in Beijing, in China, for example, I was lecturing, right? 300 people just turned up for mine. The lecturer before me was American. He had like 60, 65 people.
Right, as you said.
But for mine, 300. So I was like, how come 300 turned up for mine? I mean, he's the flashy yank.
Right.
And he goes, well, in China, they understand this, right? They know two things. Number one, in Britain, they will teach things only in a certain way. You can't bend the rules. There's no private dental schools or medical schools. So in private dental schools and medical schools, it's in a lot of places it's about money, right? We don't have any. These are government backed. There is a standard. Everybody's taught to this. Everyone's just taught to this standard. And number two, ethics. They said, okay, ethics is not perfect. You always get rogues in every profession.
Right, obviously.
You understand? But the ethics in the United Kingdom amongst British clinicians is the strongest we've ever seen, ever. Which is why whenever there's a British clinician lecturing, the local clinicians, they're the ones, they fill the auditorium because they want to hear the bluntness, the truth. Because for me, it's normal.
Yeah.
For my graduates here, it's just normal. Well, this is what you need. You understand? But it isn't the same everywhere else. That's one thing. The second thing is the world's changing. The world's a very different place now because we're all so connected with the internet, with these devices.
Like, just to interrupt,
Yeah.
my quote from Turkey involved sinus lifts and bone graft. Yeah. That's what was in my treatment plan.
People forget this. I did sinus lifts, block grafts from the hip, zygomatic implant. Everything I don't do today, I did do at one point.
Right.
Only to learn that if I can find a better way, I shouldn't be doing any of those things. I know that there is.
I'll be honest, that was another reason why I went through with 21D, because I weren't having as much work, what they'd said to me over in Turkey.
If you ask any surgeon in the world the following question, how many surgeries is good for a patient? They'll all, in any field of surgery, they'll all say the same thing. 0 is best, right?
Yeah, of course.
But if you must, it's 1. You should, if you're at 2 and 3 and 4, you should accept that the chances of complications goes up exponentially with more surgical interventions. So it's not like sinus lifts are not needed. The main area where sinus lifts are needed are when you're doing single implants and they're around teeth, and the teeth have been missing for a while, particularly at the back where the sinuses are, or on the lower jaw when teeth have been taken out.
I had a lot of teeth missing on my
for a long time. It's always the back teeth that go first, and then the sinuses just drop. And that is if you're working around these front teeth. But if you're going to clear it out, then what's wrong with just using the front? And if you need to, you know those back ones I put in? We didn't need to graft. It took us 15 minutes to get them all in. Would you want to go through additional surgery? Who wants to go through additional surgery?
Obviously, yeah.
Right. So for us, it's about leveraging the biology that's available first. And if it's an absolute no, that we can't, then find another solution that doesn't involve grafting. There are things I can't talk about that I'm working on at the minute.
Right, obviously.
But I'm going to kill zygomatics by 2030 globally. I know I am. Because I know the technology that's going to replace it. And I know.
Right.
You understand? But it
still blows my mind today.
Yeah, but the great thing is people just keep making these technologies and feeding me with it.
And watching my jaw appear up on the screen.
It's where we're at now is, for me, the golden age. So I know in this generation, just in the next 20 years, a denture will become a museum piece. I know that. And I'm so happy for it. I was trained to make dentures at university. And I remember at 18, 19 years of age, making a denture for somebody and just looking at that human being's face. When I looked at them and I went, you'll get used to it one day.
No, I didn't get used to it.
No one does.
I didn't ever get used to it.
No one does.
Just eating and having that big lump of plastic up on top of my palate.
That's not even. That's like walking around with a plastic spoon stuck in your mouth.
In 3 years, VJ, I hated the thing.
Of course,
hated it.
And I've got patients, right, who tell me things like, my husband doesn't know I wear dentures. And in my head, I'm thinking, Yes, he does love. He just loves you so much, he just doesn't care.
Yeah.
But there's no way he's French kissed you and not known you haven't got dentures. It's just, I'm a man. I'm just telling you, as a man, that's bullshit, right? I'm a man and I'm telling you, he knows. But he loves you so much that he just doesn't care. But
Obviously, yeah.
he'll be very upset that you're upset. That's what's going through my head.
My ex, as I said, I just split up with her last year after literally 3 or 4 weeks, and I contacted 21D, and she was like, "You're never going to kick that habit of smoking." Threw it in my face the whole of last year. "You're never going to do it, Tone."
Ta-da.
You ain't doing it, Tone. Like, but do you know
Payback
what?
time, Tony. You know.
I'm not that I wanted to prove her wrong, but I have.
You have?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just generally.
And even my own family were like, "Can you do it, Tone? Can you do it?" And my mum, at the minute, she's never been so proud of me ever in my lifetime.
Mate, your mum would know better than anyone else what you're actually capable of. And you've now shown her. It's emotional. I know, I get it. It's why I do my job. It's when I see you guys go through this stuff and I see you on the other. Honestly, you have no idea how brave I think you guys all are. I mean, I'm sat here dishing it out to people all day.
Just to get that seal of approval from my mum.
Yeah, from the person who knows you better than anyone else ever will.
A year's time.
And it's only upwards from here, mate. It's only upwards from here. Life. One thing I know, I'm quite a pragmatic human being, right? And I'm quite I'm not. People think I'm just some kind of nerd. I am to an extent, but equally, I live on planet Earth with humans, and I know that we are. What makes us unique is our individual collection of flaws, but equally, it's those flaws that make us special to the most important people in our lives.
I know, of course.
And I think what your mum's saying is, I've got my son back.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
what a great thing that is.
My thoughts have been so different the last month. And I've been having some serious thoughts with mum like I've never had before. Just because I'm not stoned no more.
Your mind's clear. And it's
my
you
mind
again.
and my body is clear. So, yeah, I'm getting these thoughts back into my head, which I've not had for a while. Like, do you know what I mean?
Well.
But positive thoughts.
Yeah.
Not negative thoughts. Like everything. And I've had some serious chats with mum the last month since surgery. Like, do you know what I mean?
It's so much more than the physical act that we do that changes. One of the things I don't I'm on the patient group practically every day. I just don't comment. I'm one of the lurkers, right? But what I love seeing and what keeps...
That patient group's something else, you know?
Hey, it's a beautiful place. It's a community that you guys all deserve to have so you can openly talk and not be judged.
Do you know I've connected with, you've met her yourself, Kim?
Yeah. Kim.
What a lovely lady.
I've told Kim to start a cake shop. I'd buy those cakes. Have you seen her cakes?
They're bloody
crazy. They're fantastic. Kim, start a cake shop.
What an amazing lady, honestly. Like, I've clicked with her.
She's great.
And she's I've seen that you're going to be opening the Colchester clinic.
Colchester, yeah. Hey, listen.
So if I'm available, I said I'll come up and give you some support.
Do.
Yeah, no, I'd like to meet her myself. Do you know what I mean?
For too long, in my view, the scourge.
Even Claudia.
Oh, Claudia's.
Even Claudia. She's been there, seen it and done it. And she told me the reason for her second chance in life.
Claudia.
What an amazing lady as well, yeah.
We're very lucky that Claudia now works with us.
Yeah.
Okay. And me and Claudia.
What an amazing lady, honestly.
She is something. I remember I was reminding her of the day she first came to. She wouldn't even make eye contact with me.
Yeah.
You know? She turned up with her husband. She was looking at the floor. She was absolutely petrified.
She told me
really teary.
A few stories, right?
And I'm like, girl, I'm trying to help you here. Give me some, help me. Give me some information. I'm so ashamed. I'm like, okay, we don't do loathing and self-loathing in here. We don't do judgment here. We're just looking for answers, okay, just so we can solve it, right? And then, when I put you back to normal, then you can tell me about how you neglected yourself, because nobody cares right now. Right now, what we care about is we need to get you straight. So come on, let's have something. 10 years later, I saw her on Wednesday. She was here on Wednesday with the other clinic managers. And she goes to me, Vijay, we're coming up to nearly 11 years soon. I'm like, you counting, girl? And she went,
of course she is.
yeah, to the day.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Oh, that's how I feel like. I'm like, every Friday at the minute, it's just, my Fridays are completely different to how they used to be, where I had the surgery on Friday, July the 4th. And once I had my FCA, they gave me a couple of dates. I think they gave me the 1st of July, the 4th of July, and the 7th of July. And the 4th of July is my own Independence Day. Forget the Yanks and what it's actually celebrated for. This is my Independence Day. And that's how I've took it, and that's why I chose that date, in all honesty. Yeah.
The reason I was so specific to definitely meet you is you shared something that Claudia shared on the team group, your thanks and all that stuff, which we really appreciate. We love all this. We love it when it comes back in.
I owe you guys my world, honestly.
Listen,
as you spoke about second chances.
For us, just to be able to sit here like this, and just to see you here, this comfortable, this relaxed, this laid back, means that whatever we did was worth doing. And that's the motivation for us. People think we're lunatics in here. You know, there are a lot of people who think this is some kind of weird cult. Okay, and I'm running some kind.
No,
I'm not.
No way.
The drug here is happiness, right? So everybody thrives on the fact that we have a lot of happy people in this company, and they're happy for good reason. And we create this happiness. We get to see people who are feeling low and feel good about the fact
I walked
that we
into
can
that
make them
clinic
happy.
solo. I had a little breakdown after I jumped out of the taxi from Zach picking me up, and I couldn't quite get myself to push the button.
Yeah.
And he jumped out of the taxi, put his arm around me, and was like, "Come on."
Come on, fella.
Oh yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Even the guy who runs our taxi for us is like, it'll be fine, don't worry about it.
And he could see that I was struggling to actually walk up and push the button that day to walk into clinic. But the minute I walked into clinic and I met Nicola, just a weight had gone off my shoulder. And I even said to myself,
that
Tone,
girl is a superstar.
Today is the day your life is going to change.
And look at you now. Look at you now. And anyway, when's LTP Fit Day?
The 2nd of September.
2nd of September. Oh, so they've taken data for you today?
Yes.
I'll be staring at that myself. Don't worry.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I said to them today, am I still on for the 2nd of September? And they said, yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
I've got a new machine. Well, I've got 2 new machines that I've ordered, and I'm going to be making yours with those new machines because they get to me on Tuesday.
Right.
Okay, I don't want anyone to bite my head off and go, well why aren't mine being made? Everyone's is going to get made off those new machines once I get them. But you'll like what I make you.
Yeah.
If you think these are good, wait till the next ones.
LTP Day.
Wait till them. They are going to be something else. I mean, I'm a nerd when it comes to engineering, right? So
what are you talking about? The milling machines?
Milling machines, yeah.
Right.
So milling machine, and I've just ordered another new 3D printer to make something new, right? Again, I don't want to talk about it because everyone gets apeshit when I do, right? So I'm not going to talk about it. But for you, definitely, because I'm going to see your data at some point later today, right? I'm going to create something for you that you'll like.
There we go.
Very much.
Thank you very much.
No problem. It's my pleasure. My pleasure.
No, thank you
Seeing
very
as you're all over Facebook anyway and talking about living with prosthetics, which is what I actually want. I want people to understand the reality of what we do. We're not sugarcoating what we do here. We are performing elective surgery and taking people from a highly diseased, broken down state to an incredibly stable state in what I consider to be the most efficient system on earth.
I couldn't have lived my life with them dentures. I couldn't have lived them life. I couldn't have lived going forward. I couldn't.
My hero in this profession is the guy who actually came up with this. His name was Professor Brannemark. And people forget that Professor Brannemark wasn't a dentist. He was an orthopedic surgeon.
First implant surgeon, right?
So he was an orthopedic surgeon.
Right.
Okay. And the reason, if I'm not mistaken, if the story is correct as I remember it, the reason that he did the first implants, not in the hip, but in the jaw, was because he had a driver. And his driver had no teeth and hated his dentures.
Right, there you go.
So he then said, come into my office, and he used to make his implants. How cool is this, right? This is like 1962 or 63 or something. Yeah. So down the road, so he was from Sweden. So down the road from where he was the Volvo factory.
Right.
So he went to the Volvo factory and he said to them, hey, listen, I need to make some screws out of titanium. Can I buy one of your automated milling machines? And they said to him, you can't buy any, but we've got these old ones that are manual. You can have one. So he just took one of them back and he just literally spun the implants and just sterilized them in like some ethanol, alcohol or whatever, and then put it into this guy's jawbone. That guy lived with what he did, fixed teeth from, I think it was like 1964 until he died in 1995.
Right.
That guy had one saying, Brannemark had one saying that he rigidly stuck to. And he said, no human being should die with the indignity of putting their teeth in a glass. Right. And I couldn't agree with that more. It is not human. It is not natural. I understand why it existed in the 1930s and 40s because we didn't have a bloody choice. Today, other than affordability, which I understand, and we work really hard to try and improve access to affordability, other than affordability, there is not one clinical reason where a denture is ever going to be better than fixed prosthetics, not a single one. But there are so many clinical reasons why it's healthier to not have a denture than it is to have a denture. So many clinical. Well, you know that. You're living with it, right? You just don't get up in the morning and go, where are my teeth? Because you know where they are. They're in your mouth.
I'll tell you no lie.
Where everyone else's teeth
2 days after surgery, I went home and I was going to eat I don't know, I think it was like some scrambled egg or something. And my mum and my sister see it. I sort of went to take, and I stopped myself like, Tom, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
And they see it as well. They see it. And I was like, did you just see that, Mum? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, what the fucking hell are you doing, Tom? You ain't got that fucking denture no more. Like, do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I was, what are you doing, Tom?
Yeah, but think of the conditioning, right? Think of the conditioning that in your life for 3 years, you conditioned your brain to accept something that you can actually take out of you.
Yeah.
And put in a glass or wash under the tap or scrub.
But I had that mad, literally 10 seconds, like I stopped myself halfway, and I said to Mum, did you just say, like, she always knew, like, I'll take it, like, when we sat down for dinner, I'll take them out. I was like, did you just see that? And I was like, I even said to myself, like, what are you doing, Tone? You don't need to do that no more.
Mate, honestly, the thing I love the most about this is its predictability and its longevity. If you'd seen my video with my mum.
I've seen it, yeah.
Right, yeah.
I've seen it, yeah.
My mum is, I believe this to be true. My mum is still alive today because of what my dad did for her in 1985.
Right.
Because she was dying as a person because she no longer cared about herself.
Right.
Because she was wearing false teeth. Her femininity had been taken away from her.
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, she tells me all of that today, right? She openly talks to me about that today. And she's lived a good 40-year life. Don't get me wrong. She's got osteoporosis, she's got diabetes, but she takes care of herself and she's 84 and she's doing all right. I just think to myself, would I have the privilege of still having her in my life as she is?
Oh, obviously, yeah.
If my dad hadn't done what he did for her in 1985.
What, was it your dad who...
So my dad traveled the planet because he couldn't tolerate the fact that his wife was suffering with dentures because she hated them.
Right.
My mum just became I was 12 years old when she had all her teeth removed, so I didn't understand. I just noticed that my mum's energy had just vanished, like overnight or something. So he traveled the world to find someone to do it for her. And people were talking him out of it, going, oh, it's risky. And he's a medical man. He was like, what are you on about? It's a medical procedure. Is it a medical procedure or not? And they were like, well, yeah, it's risky. All medical procedures are risky.
Yeah.
What is the risk, but what is the benefit? So then he went everywhere. He found someone finally. And then him and my mum went. Obviously, I was the oldest. The other two were younger than me. Nobody said anything in the house. I just remember this one day, my mum comes bouncing back into the house. And I'm like, are you on drugs, woman? What the hell's happened here?
Mum.
Do you know what I mean? You were miserable 2 days ago and now you're over the moon.
Oh, that's how I felt.
Right.
Like, driving up, I struggled to, like, adjust and think, like, just in 2 days, I'm going to be driving back with...
I think you were dreading,
what I mean?
What if it hasn't
Like, I drove
worked?
up with these mad thoughts, and then driving back, I couldn't stop looking in the rearview mirror of the car.
Bit of advice. Stop panicking, okay? Your head is not going to explode, okay? We've engineered you well enough for it not to just to go kabang.
Just the surgery as well.
I'll be honest,
like
it does mine not, right? That bit on the patient group when everybody's getting paranoid, and I'm like, what the hell are you lot all on about? Calm down. Everything's fine. I'll let you in on a little news flash, right? Do you know if you never brush your teeth again and never use the jet washer, all of you, I wouldn't care less. Because that's how difficult it is for you lot to bugger it up. These are far more robust than your teeth. They are not biological. You're never going to rot them. And the way we space the implants out, they are self-maintaining. I know this. But then I know that no matter how much I say it, none of you will ever believe me anyway, right? So it's fine. But you're all wasting perfectly good energy on nonsense. Stop doing it. I would recommend you stop being this paranoid, because I'm telling you now, these things are so much more robust than you seem to think they are. This is the most predictable orthopedic procedure on earth right now by a country mile. You need to know this. But
put it out there, mate. Put it out there.
Honestly, I go on the group. I don't say anything. I'm always torn, Should I just step in here and just write down, what the hell are you on about? You understand? What the hell? I have done tens of thousands of these. I have overseen personally. What the hell are you talking about? But I'm thinking, do you know what? Gives them something to chat about.
Like, I did work myself up for surgery, but as I said, I've been there from losing my top jaw, so I was half expecting what was going to happen.
Listen, I'm really glad that you're all so precious about this, because I am. I'm really glad that you're all so paranoid that you take extra care. I'm really, really, really glad about it. But I have one piece of advice. Chill out. Okay?
There you go.
You're not going to blow up. I promise you this, right? I promise you're not going to blow up. Attend your annual maintenance. Don't do anything stupid. Live like the rest of the human race. Don't test cracking beer bottles open with your teeth.
Oh, no.
Don't do any of this nonsense. And I'm telling you now, it's highly, highly, highly likely that an archaeologist is going to dig you up 10,000 years from now and find my work where I left it.
There you go.
Come on,
How reassuring is that?
Great. Thank you, Tony.
Yeah.
Thank you for your
Perfect,
time.
Lisa.
Really appreciate
Honestly.
it. Pleasure.